Cam, what led to the change of mind of possibly wanting to pitch on Tuesday?
I think there's a lot that comes into that. The staff's had a lot of injuries this year, so between Garrett and Max and now Carlos, just don't want to put that risk in there of just, kind of letting the team down. And if I were to not recover the right way and I'm dragging a little bit, then, that wouldn't benefit anyone. But again, I'm on the roster, and if they need me, then, I'll throw. So that's a conversation I'll have within the next day or two.
When you made your decision, did you know that Cease was going to be the starter, or did you know that after you made your decision?
I found that out after. Again, I walked in today. I had a conversation with Booney. I thought about it. I think he was confident that I wanted to throw it in. That's kind of was a game plan, but just kind of leaned, away from it. But again, congrats to Dylan. I mean, he's been great this year. He deserves that. So, that's really it. Yeah, that decision had nothing to do with my decision.
Cam, how do you feel physically right now?
I feel good. I feel really good. I'm not worried about recovering or anything like that. Just still got a lot of baseball left, and that's where my priorities are at.
Were you thinking of that decision all along, or did you kind of just come to that last night to not pitch anymore?
Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards pitching. The last X amount of weeks. That was kind of the plan. I kind of knew that didn't line up perfectly. It was going to kind of fall on a bullpen day there. So, I kind of just, after the game yesterday, just kind of, thought about it. And, my priorities are to the team and how I can help this team win a championship. And I wasn't comfortable enough that I was going to recover, 100% to try and go out there for an inning and throw as hard as I can.
Did you talk to anybody like Garrett or anyone? Did you consult with your teammates?
I think they were on board with me throwing. I think they supported, the opportunity that I have to, if I were to start it, to throw. And I didn't really have a conversation, yesterday, when I got home about it with anyone. At the end of the day, it's my decision. I had some conversations with the coaches and kind of where I was leaning towards the end of the game. That was kind of where I was at. So, they support me, and if I wanted to throw it, or if I wanted to throw, they would be behind that.
Tuesday would be your bullpen day. When you have a bullpen day, what effort level are you normally throwing at? Because if you were to pitch in the All-Star game, it'd have to be 100%.
Yeah, again, I think with the adrenaline there, it's probably going to be like 110%. So, and that's where you get a little bit nervous. I feel really good, so I'm not worried about that at all. I'm on the roster, and if, I need to throw, then I'll throw. So I'm just going to show up there and prepare the way I usually prepare, and we're going to see, how it goes from there.
What are you looking to take out of this experience, just the whole week and festivities?
Yeah, it'll be good. I think just leaning on some of those guys, talking to some of those veteran guys and just kind of seeing what I can take from them. I think just the whole experience will be great. Not many guys get the opportunity to do this, so especially having been there in Belly, I think it's going to be, a lot of fun, and, just kind of soak it all in with my family.